Oh, I think I got him flipped.
We will get that fixed shortly here, but just in case you're looking at it and wondering who's on what team. So I'm just casual, Yoey Life, Rasta Monkey Jr., not senior, but junior, and Striker DLT. That is going to be Loud Whine. They are currently 4-1 in the Contender Mixed pool here, and they're the #1 seed. And then we have, there we go, Status Who, Honest Lawyer, S Apex, It's Wilshire, and It's Marrero. Too many itses, if you ask me. But they are the #3 seed, and we have It's Wilshire subbing in for one of the players on Status Who would normally be playing. So thanks to you, Mr. It's Wilshire, for coming in here and keeping the match going. Back to the match itself, though, an early poll from Status Who, but Rasta Monkey able to shut that down, leading the lobby with 5 kills. This is kind of shocking to me, the stat line right now, because here we are. I'm just casual Yoey Life, currently at 0 kills pop for Loud Whine, but here's Rasta Monkey adding on 6. The only other person on the board for Loud Whine is Striker with 2 kills. Meanwhile, over on Status Who, Honest Lawyer not yet able to get a kill yet, but Apex with 3, It's Wilshire with 1, It's Marrero with 4. I'm just going to call him Wilshire and Marrero from this point on, because to say It's after everyone is just a little silly to me.
Make your life a little bit easier in the caster booth. Don't make it more difficult than it has to be, unless every single time you call a remix for me by mistake, because you just don't see the X's. But of course, no movement just yet. Rasta Monkey doing a lot of the heavy slays at the moment, holding off. Just nothing has been done in terms of a large play. A few, grabs on the flag, but nothing too much just yet. So it will certainly have to be, getting ready to have to fight, because you got to start scoring soon.
That you do, and I'm curious what happened to that overshield player for Status Who. It looked like they weren't able to really get too much done with it. They kind of just got melted before they were able to push up or do much of anything. On board with Marrero now, who is now the new kill leader at 7 kills. Racking them up as we've been chit-chatting about it. Sniper rifles are fixing to come up, and Apex is in the Loud Whine sniper spawn. So is Striker, though. Manages to clear it out. Gonna get the fresh snipe, and up! A little bit too close to the sun, as Marrero takes him down. I wonder if we might hop on board with Marrero, who has the sniper rifle for Status Who. I wonder if he's going to keep watching the Whine snipe.
Possibly. I actually just have to say, though, for Loud Whine, Isildur's Bane not being in this chat, or being in this game, makes me so sad. Because I can't make all the Lord of the Rings references I want to make now without it being really weird.
That is.
Yeah, I'm just sad now.
Yeah, that is most definitely a missed opportunity.
Yeah. As he
3
throws
down.
the grenades, he can scream Isildur, and throw, cast it into the fire, and then
No.
say no, exactly. But Yoey Life,
Apex.
long grenade, getting the double kill, gonna rush in. Wilshire, the last one. And it's
Wilshire
going
going
to
for
be
this
Yoey
time.
Life versus Wilshire. Wilshire does take it and does have the ability to just start running the flag. Good kill on him, being able to potentially get the score right now.
Yeah. It's hard to stop that run once it's into the rat tunnel, but if you take too long, this is the situation you end up in. You have Loud Whine able to get top middle, they're able to get the overshield as well. And even though the flag is still alive, it's in the hands of Apex, it's kind of stuck right now. It's kind of trapped in the back of their base. And we have Rasta Monkey moving the Status Who flag out and about.
Oh,
Hey, yep, there we go. The flag returns. Status Who getting slayed out, not able to keep hold of it, and Loud Whine is going to be the first on the board, despite the intense slays coming from both Apex and Marrero over on the side of Status Who.
I did not like that move, to run the flag all the way to the back. I get it that you're being rushed at that exact moment, but, like, you just instantly got yourselves completely, like, messed up. The spawns are off. You know, you have enemies in your base running the flag. It's just not a fantastic move. I mean, maybe it was just a desperation, you know, like, we want to keep holding the flag, they're pushing us. I didn't like that from Status Who. Just too many variables were against you, and Apex just desperately trying to, you know, stay alive, trying to start moving towards the enemy base as Loud Whine starts responding in.
Yeah, that rat tunnel run, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just kind of comes down to when you do it, and the fact that once you do it, you really gotta commit and just keep that flight going as fast as you can, because that's kind of the double-edged sword part of it. You run it that way, yes, you can get the flag over pretty quickly, but you actually have to make that effort and go at that speed. If you take too long, the other team will get their spawns farther up along the map. They will... Oops, fumbling the flag just a little bit by Yoey Life, but that's okay. He is taking his... I think the flippin' scenic route at this point, taking it through the back of his snipe spawn. Not quite sure about that, but yeah, you take too long with that rat tunnel run. What will end up happening is the R team will spawn closer to the top of the map. They'll be able to push up through top, middle, and snipe street, and then you have to round that corner and come out basically into the meat grinder. Now, though, we're in a flag standoff here, and both these teams, we just want to make sure to keep that flag alive as they can, because we've seen it before where teams will get in the flag standoff and they will forget to contest the flag. They will forget to grab it to reset the countdown, and then all of a sudden, just as it feels like they're about to make something happen, the flag will return. Here we are, Status Who, not keeping an eye on that flag carrier too well. And Loud Whine goes up 2-0. They get in our flagpole as well. And there's not much time left. If this was 2-1, you would feel a lot more comfortable. But 2-0, especially on as large a map as Forbidden, this is going to be a bit of a challenge for Status Who.
Yeah, already down 2-0, only about 4 minutes left. It is possible. It's not going to be that easy if you keep getting flanked, and Wilshire not able to grab on to the over and gets taken down finally, but no, Moreo is able to grab it, but still Wilshire almost dropping it completely for the team. Yoey Life going down, and, you know, just trying to get a few slays before grabbing the flag. Overshield's down. I'm just casual being pinned in, but... Ugh. Not a very messy series of events in Red Base right now.
Yeah, and this plays to Loud Whine's favor. They don't necessarily need to throw their bodies at this flag carrier from Status Who. They don't need to recklessly challenge to stop them from running a final flag. They're up 2. They can afford to take it easy. They can afford to back down and make Status Who sweat a little bit and have to go out of position themselves in order to try and take fights. Now here we are, Apex leading the lobby right now with 16 kills. Almost embarrassing. Good gracious, almost embarrassing. I believe that was Rasta Monkey, but not quite enough to do it. On board now with Honest Lawyer, who is watching Guerrero pull the flag down Rat Tunnel, picks up the snipe kill, gets the body shot. Could get the double here. Yes, it does. I'm hoping that they know to check the Rat Tunnel, because you saw one of the players from Loud Whine get through, but it looks like they aren't going to be able to get there fast enough. That is who is now on the board. They're only down by 1 flag now. Let's see if they can parlay this into another flag cap.
I think they can. I mean, it's not... Like, Moreo was able to make a really good flag cap all the way through, and just being able to, you know, misposition the entirety of Loud Whine. You know, but the time is now ticking. You only got about a minute and some change left. be able to, grab the flag, run it all the way back, and just hope that you're able to get a good push. And it just seems like Loud Whine's going to be playing defensive this entire time. They're like, well, we can win 2-1. Why do we need to be aggressive? There's no reason to, as long as they don't throw us off. So, just trying to make sure everything is all good. Being able to run in the rat tunnel and just, force some of those precious seconds as they tick away, trying to, win a few fights, pin them down, force them to regroup. No! Oh, that was so unfortunate for him. Striker, last one remaining in the base. Rasta Monkey having to run back to save him. Wilshire trying to run in, gets taken out, and less than a minute remains.
Oh, that's a big trade there from Rasta Monkey. Yeah, under a minute left. Once that flag is out, so long as somebody is either contesting it, that is standing in its little proximity circle, or is actively holding it and running it, as long as that's happening, we will be in sudden death. Unless the flag is let go for an extended period. But Status Who, they need to be into Loud Whine's base kind of yesterday. They should realistically all be flooding in there so they can get a pull. I'm just casual staying alive at the long haul here. Loud Whine just needs to keep Status Who away for the next 10 seconds. And barring some kind of miracle, they should be able to do this. But looks like actually they might be able to. Yep, there we go. Yep. Guerrero was the last hope, but it was a little bit too little, too late. Even with the
Moreno gonna almost get knocked down almost immediately by the team, although Rasta Monkey is the first to go down in the arcade. A trade comes in, and now Yowie kind of getting pretty close, and the Shroud in an interesting position trying to just cover his rear just to go through.
Tie game here. Oh, just as I say that, 3-2 now in favor of Loud Whine. 4-2 as there's all up currently. 2 down temporarily for Status Who. I don't know that anybody was able to get away with the camouflage or if it maybe got burnt.
Rasta Monkey there we
go. There it is. Rasta Monkey hiding from us with that camouflage.
Speak and you shall receive, Frenetic.
Here we are, spawned out. 3 members of Status Who playing it nice and patient, but maybe they get caught out. Oh, no, does not. No, it does not. Picks up the second kill. Does not grab the stalker rifle. Kind of an interesting choice, if you ask me. Oh, grabs it as soon as we go off camera. He didn't want us to see him do it.
No, he's just like, I'm too scared to grab it while you're on camera, Mr. Observer, and then grabs it immediately afterwards. Still, being able to deny the push from Status Who coming from A, pretty nice. Gives him a few seconds to recoup. Trying to keep this as close as possible. Pretty good use of the camo, being able to get 2 kills out of it from Rasta Monkey. So, I mean, both teams kind of doing pretty okay, keeping it neck and neck right now.
They are. And if this is going to go like other contender matches that I've casted in the past, this is going to go down to the wire. This I'm expecting to be like a 50-48 to 49 kind of win. For which team, though, that to me is still a little bit up in the air. I kind of feel like the way that this match has been going, it could be either. So we have Guerrero here with the camouflage. Definitely using the cover, not over challenging there on It's Just Casual, picking up a double kill as well as we get a little bit of a lead. Status Who, 16-12. Getting bold though, but backing up before they get too much damage done. On the push into C. Waits just a little bit, waits for people to get softened up a touch. Picks up 2 kills there, one with his bandit, one with a grenade. I like that little sequence right there. Not taking intelligence sort of almost just right, if that makes sense. And wow,
that was nasty. Wow.
Honest lawyer. He
just like, okay, I'm throwing your grenade, go back there.
gets pushed into commando. He says, "I object to this treatment."
True. An objection was pulled, and it was not overruled.
Yeah, we got Lord of the Rings references. We got Phoenix Wright references. We got a little bit of everything for everybody.
Yeah. Look, when you're
Czar Penda in the chat as well, also talking about the assist count from Loud Whine, saying it's off the charts. And I'm sorry, I did not mean to cut you off, War Eagle, but
you're all good.
would certainly agree with that. And they are certainly leading in this game in assists as well. But Status Who, not far behind.
Oh, not at all. I mean, working diligently to be able to, get everything through. Getting pretty relatively close, about to hit that halfway mark for Status Who. However, I don't tend to normally, denote who's gonna take the game until about 35 to 40 kills. That kind of determines how the momentum is gonna start swinging in one way or another. And the reason why I do that is 35 is if, it's just 35-25. I can be like, okay, well, the team with 35 is probably going to win. If it's close, I'll determine by 40, no later than 45. That's at least my metric, just because, momentum is such an important aspect of this game. If you don't have the initiative, you're kind of struggling there, because they're able to, push you over. So you absolutely want to gain the momentum, but you don't want it to be happening from a flank from Apex coming from stairs.
Definitely do not want that. Or depending on which team you're on, that may be exactly what you want. As wow, oh no, Apex with the caster's curse and the flailing hands goes down. Status Who in the lead, but by a slim 1 point, and just we say it tied up 30 to 30. To where I would consider the halfway point. I think once you hit the 30 kill mark, you get a pretty good idea of sort of the tempo of a Slayer and how things are going to go, at least from the observer's point of view. If it's 30 to 30 or 31-31 in this case, and you're playing, you got other things on your mind.
I get, yeah. I mean, when I was talking about my 35, that's how I generally the tempo. It's a little bit more. I was just saying halfway mark, just because 25, halfway at 50 for the team, but it's open up to interpretation. As Striker forced out into Cubby, I guess my old team used to call it Harry Potter because it's underneath the thing.
Harry Potter, good gracious.
Yeah. Please, HBO, don't come after us, okay? I know you're making a new TV show. But yeah, Yowie life with the camo didn't seem like everyone was a little bit more, focused on getting the kills and everything. A little bit kill hungry. Yowie life trying his best to support, but he doesn't need anything. I'm just casual, gets stuck, and now it gives 37-36. It's anyone's game right now.
That definitely is, and this is definitely a point where you do not want to give up for either team. You don't want to give up any free deaths here. You want to try to be moving together as much as possible, using cover as much as possible, making yourself as hard to kill as you possibly can be. And unfortunately for Status Who, they are not able to do that. They go all four down. Loud Whine, 41-36. And I'm Just Casual is on the prowl. He's looking for Status Who at the spawn here at back C. I do want to give a quick shout out as the teammate comes in.
Grenade your own teammate!
Yes, maybe play for Status Who in a previous season of HRL, but
yeah.
I do want to shout out Marrero, though, as they pick up kill number 18. If they're looking to try and get this game back on course for Status Who as they pick up 19 and now 20. Marrero is popping off, going for 21 with reckless abandon and gets it, tying the game 43 to, and now 44 to 43 actually, as another kill falls for Status Who, but don't quite like that challenge. Like, I would say sit back just a little bit, don't overexpose yourself even if you're riding high on confidence with 21 kills.
Just don't let the confidence get to your head. This is a very close game. let the celebrations happen after the game was over, after you secure the win. 45, 47, Apex starting to run around, just everyone trying not to make mistakes. 2 more kills remaining for Status Who. Marrero goes down. Yoey Life getting pinned in, gets grenaded out, and now it is absolutely the desperate time. Honest Warrior getting the back smack, and you were almost exactly right on the score.
With Marrero, like I said, the MVP of that Slayer match, picks up the assist with his legal counsel maintaining his defense adequately. Marrero holding down the snipe, misses a shot at a player back green, hits another one at a player in front of green. Very, very nice here. Does he see where Striker is, though? He does, but he isn't able to hit the shot. Excuse me, Loud Whine off to a early lead here, 24 and counting. Also got to say this, if you are maybe new or newer to Halo Infinite, you're wondering about how long does a Strongholds game last? Well, it lasts until it's done. There is no time limit on it. It is simply to whichever team gets 250 points first. You can only score so long as you have 2 out of the 3 points captured for your team. If you hold all 3, you score double points. Right now, Loud Whine has managed to keep everything locked down. Status Who is not yet on the board. That can change, though, as Marrero gets blasted off the map by, I'm assuming, a repulse. All dead for Loud Whine, however, except for I'm Just Casual as they go into flip A. Let's see if they can stay alive as you have 2 people pushing Status Who through big door over to a pillar. They do stay alive around a small window, and this is not good if you are Status Who. You need to kind of prosecute that guy. I don't know if Honest Lawyer is a defense lawyer or a prosecutor, but they need to prosecute that kill. You can't just let somebody hang out behind y'all for till the end of time. It is not a good thing for you, and not just for the fact that you don't earn your lawyer's fee. It also prevents you from getting over, say, to C. It will cause a split spawn, and you will find yourself in a bad position.
Yeah, it's certainly. The remix in the chat saying, Eagle better get that cup of coffee for tomorrow. Well, you see, you have to understand, I don't sleep that much to begin with, so no coffee for me. It's also, I'm in Central Standard Time, so it's not that late. Where did he go? He just disappeared.
Yeah, he had the quantum translocator, the QT.
Oh, okay. I was just like, what?
I'm not sure where he
the
teleported to, but it was somewhere away from that grenade, which is all that really matters.
True.
For him. But the last second stop by I'm Just Casual on A. So far, Status Who has yet to even touch a point. They've not gotten one single point until just now when they flip B. A 122-point lead for Loud Whine. They're off to a great start. Let's see if Status Who can put some time on the board here and get themselves a lead with this B and C hold.
It does seem like they're going to try to. Striker goes down. Rasta Monkey desperate to survive, and Marrero finally goes down. Yoey Life trying to get a little bit of a flank on Apex. It's taken down. Apex having to stay cold for his dear life. And I'm Just Casual, just vibing, just taking point B. Nothing to it. Just casual steal of B.
Very, very, very casually. And I'm just going to say the commando kill by Rasta Monkey onto Marrero over in Nesbrick. That was just an incredible set of shots right there for Rasta Monkey, and an enormous kill for him and his team. If he had not gotten that, they would not be scoring right. I would not be scoring any right now. It's just that's an incredible play at any level, and especially here at the contender level. On board with Wilshire now for Status Who. Gets a player one shot at the sandbag pistol, finds him again as they try and escape through Rat Tunnel. does not make it up the top middle. Maybe he just wanted to test, make sure the repulse worked. But oh, here is a player at pillars chasing him down, blasting him into the wall, but not able to do much more than that. And Loud Whine, once again, very solidly in control. They've got the A-B hold. You have Status Who spawning around C and also on what some people refer to as the outside of the map, as the camo side of the map. And now we have a heavy push from Loud Whine to this camo. Striker goes down. Rasta Monkey manages to get away with that camo, looks like, but he gets grenaded out. It's still good at the end of the day. It denies the camo to Status Who, and Loud Whine is still putting time on the board. And if you're Status Who, you're in trouble right now.
Yeah.
We're over 200 points, and yeah,
struggling at the moment. And you gotta start doing something to break this, massive deadlock, because you've been unable to take B. You're struggling to take A. You're finally getting B with Wilshire, but now you have up to 3 players converging on your position, and you had 2 players at C. Like, you gotta push up. You gotta be able to, give a little bit more room. As Rastamonkey finally able to take Wilshire out, getting a double kill, and being able to contain and giving I'm Just Casual some time to rush into A. And now it's only about 25. Yeah, I could do math. Yeah, 25 points left for Loud Whine here.
Yeah, blue team needs to stop casual. I'm just serious, more like, according to the chat. Yeah, I guess he is pretty serious with 16 kills and only 5 deaths. Decided to stop taking it so casually, I guess. But here we are with Apex. Maybe they can stop the bleeding here. Fighting with a player at the back of green. But that's a tough call to make as the Whirlwind BMR goes around. It's a tough call to make right there, because on the one hand, you don't want to stop contesting because that does stop the score clock. On the other hand, if you leave this guy alive, he gets his friends, and then you're in trouble.
Yeah, you're in a lot of issues. I mean, being able to flip the script is pretty nice, because it means, you hold the AB that got Loud Whine so far up, and now, you're starting to fight. I don't like this move from Honest Lawyer. Why are you trying to, take C again? Like, A and B is your hold. They were able to, hold it from, maybe they have some knowledge I don't, but, seems a little bit confusing to swap the spawns back to A where B is just so close.
No, in that situation, that makes sense there. They managed to get a couple down, Status Who did, on the side of Loud Whine. They got a couple players down. They had a couple players down themselves. They would not have wanted to hold down A based on where they were. The better thing would be to flip C and then, excuse me, just let Loud Whine have A. Unfortunately, it comes down to a bit of too little, too late. But I also want to say, whoever best control the overshield definitely will have an easier time doing anything on this map. Honest Lawyer picking it up. Opposing counsel was no match for him. And oh dear, Rasta Monkey must have bribed the judge.
He really did.
As they pick up the assassination on the overshield guy. You hate to see it, unless you're the one doing the assassinating, and then you love it and you cackle with shameless glee every time you do. Rasta Monkey holding the bomb in Status Who's basement, and they have no idea that he's there.
Oh, one of them gets the kill. Can the
Honest
Lawyer get down? No!
Yes, well,
no!
the bribe the judge is still good, as Status Who goes temporarily 3 down, and Rasta Monkey trying to get the arm, but is not able to. Guess they need to give that judge a little bit more cheddar.
Just a little bit more, don't worry.
All right, enough.
That's what they always say.
Yeah, that's what they always say. They say they're incorruptible until they need that new Porsche.
True. Yeah, getting a few nice shots on them. Loud Whine, not Cloud9. They're not here. Well, yet. Don't worry. That'll be,
sometime in the future.
Yeah, I was in the scriptwriter room when about 15 years from now, HRL will have Cloud9 here. Don't quote me though.
No, absolutely quote him, guys. Don't.
I'm gonna get like Twitter things in 15 years, like, where's Cloud9 here? But it does seem like the bomb was, reset.
It did reset.
Yeah.
It did reset. Overshield is up. Oh, the missed snipe though, but it's just casual. Marrero is able to. Or I'm just casual. Marrero is able to get that overshield, but was almost as quickly melted away in that fight. So, still a net positive for Status Who, but here we are though. 8 kills, 3 assists, and so far no deaths for Marrero. Let's see if the Caster's Curse comes in to affect him or not. I'd be interested to see if he gets that killing frenzy before his next death. For both these teams, though, with this bomb, what I want to focus more on is taking control of the enemy tower, taking control of the tower plat and the wing as well on this map, trying to be elevated as much as possible because there's so much of this map that is kind of low to the ground, and the issue with those lower parts of the map, the less vertical parts of the map, is it makes it really hard when you're in those lower parts of the map to put effective fire on the other team. But I guess we had somebody lag out.
Crashed. Yeah. Okay, gonna come back to us real quick. Got to be able to at least look at the majestic eagle for a second. Not 100%. That is actually what I look like. That is not a stock photo that I just found online like in 2 seconds. So don't worry about it.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Anyone who says so is just wrong. So, but yeah. So early on, Loud Whine was able to push the bomb deep, but it's been Status Who's game for a little while. They've been able to push it in terms of the movement of the bomb itself, but they've been getting the slays, and they've been forcing, I'm casual just to stick in their base and just hope and hold and pray that nothing wrong happens. It's just one wrong move from a run and then a plant of the bomb.
That is definitely right. The thing to watch out for on Fortress Bomb, though, is you'll see people often, when they push all into the enemy base, they will end up on both sides of the map. They'll end up on the armory side and also on the snipe side. Problem is, these are the two main spawn zones for the enemy team. If you block both of them, the other team will spawn out kind of closer to ring, center structure. And they will have a great angle on your bomb arm person and ruin any kind of bomb plant you're trying to do. The thing you want to do instead is, whichever side you want to do, either tower side or armory side will work, but basically it's take just one or the other of those sides, trap the other team in the opposite side, and when they start spawning, kind of flood them as much as you can so that your bomb can be armed in peace and they're spawning off balance.
Well, I just gotta say, Gravlift, I guess you did get what you said, just not in the exact way as you thought it was gonna be, because we had a reset, which means a whole another 12 minutes of this game. That is. But hey, you know what? You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I will not blame it on you this time. Next time,
I'll blame it on you.
Boy, it's all on you.
I will 100% blame it on Gravlift. As we go to a reset, that is how the rule is, and Loud Whine taking advantage of that reset, they get the bomb immediately into Status Who's base. Rasta Monkey with the overshield fighting 2 players from Status Who goes down due to running out of ammo. Marrero answering right back with a snipe. 3 dead for Loud Whine. Now we just need to see them move that bomb on out of their base. Looks like it's in the hands of Wilshire. But let's stick with Marrero for the moment. See what he can do with the sniper rifle. Picks up a no-scope. It's the body shot. Wilshire on the other side of the map, arming the bomb. Loud Whine not watching their back, and Status Who is about to go first on the board in the first minute of the game. We might just be going to that game number 5.
I don't know what happened. I guess Loud Whine just kind of shut their brains off into a bloodlust, and they were just like, okay, I'm gonna say this. This is a Warhammer quote. Games Workshop, don't kill us. Blood for the Blood Gods goes for the Skull Throne. And completely forgot about the objective. Just like, whew. Like, come on, guys. Gotta look at the bigger objective. You just can't go corn mode, okay?
Yeah. In Halo 2, you have neutral bomb on midship, and the thing you would always want to keep an eye out for was always that bomb indicator. So long as that bomb indicator was missing from your view, the instant assumption was, oh, bomb's missing. Check your base.
Yeah.
Check your base, because especially on a much smaller map like that on midship from Halo 2, which is positively tiny compared to Fortress, you don't want to just leave that alone. It'd be really easy to have somebody just sneak the bomb in and arm it, which Wilshire, I think he's going for another sneak arm, but I don't think he should have dropped the bomb if he really wanted that. Here we have Apex touching the arming circle, not really doing anything. Maybe he feels differently and he'll do it later. I'm just casual with the overshield, trying to find Apex. Here they are with the bomb. They're actually not able to play it out, and that's actually a feature that was not present in previous bomb game types in past Halos. You couldn't throw the bomb off the edge of the map and force it to reset as if you were playing oddball. Bit of an interesting change here, playing on Fortress, to be able to do that. And it is definitely a valid strategy to throw that off and prevent the R team from doing much of anything. And ooh, wow, Rasta Monkey with the double kill does not get the triple. And we're also going to shout out, by the way, in the chat, we're throwing out the Marrero has now had 2 consecutive 8-0 starts. Marrero leading the lobby right now, 11-2. So 11 kills, 2 deaths. The next closest person is Rasta Monkey with 6 kills, but also 7 deaths. Marrero is definitely doing his level best to make sure that we go to a game 5. We will see if that happens here. One-man slays do not necessarily save the game, but Wilshire is willing to try as he picks up a double kill and gets a 3rd one. Loud Whine goes all down. Apex is going to touch this bomb and get it moving over to Loud Whine's side.
8 minutes remaining. When first 4 minutes have already been with so much action. You know, so many fights, so many battles to go through. I'm just casual, almost gets shot, doesn't have any more shots than the sniper rifle, and has to go back up onto the tower, and it's just like, come on, push! One more push for Loud Whine, and they can get a score, but they have to, you know, they're just a little bit too slow, and they're just kind of getting hit with respawn right now.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. There's this kind of, I would say, delicate balance between can't go too fast on this map because it's so big you end up exposed away from your teammates and you just get caught out by the other team without any cover. But you also can't go too slowly. Once you get those couple of picks, you really gotta push it just as fast as you possibly can, because if you don't, then the R team is able to spawn out in time, and yes, they may not be able to physically reach you, but they can shoot across map just as well. And
can't melee you, but they will certainly shoot at you.
They will certainly shoot at you. And knowing Murphy's Law, of course, wherever it is most inconvenient for you, for them to spawn and just laser you in the back, that is where they will spawn. And you know this to be true.
We all do. We all do. Thank you, Gravlift, for not being happy that you were correct. That is very, very great. You know, I feel vindicated. I feel vindicated now. Even though I wasn't the one throwing the blame at you, Frenetic absolutely was. But still, you know, like, it gets really close, and then Status Who has just been out slaying overall in terms of just, like, the total slays, the composition of slays. Like, they've been doing it, and it seems like they're going to get close, but Striker moving in, getting a little bit grenade. Honest Lawyer somehow misses the file, or misses... Never mind, I can't do the joke. I had a joke all prepped, and then all of a sudden, I'm just like, I can't remember one word in it, and now it's just gone. Now I'm sad.
Your motion was creatively misfiled. By the
Yes, exactly.
Court clerk.
And now I'm getting yelled at by the judge.
Yes, you must have pissed somebody off in the records office.
Or
Rasta Monkey with the bomb for Loud Whine. Marrero still putting on a show with 20 kills. 21 now. Good lord, this guy just does not want to stop. And I'm wondering if Loud Whine
quietly
can...
into the night. He
Yep,
will live
22.
on.
And Wilshire moving the bomb in, trying to go for number 2, and now Marrero's going for number 2. Yeah, he goes down, trying to do just a little bit too much, flying a little bit too close to the sun. But Loud Whine, if I'm Loud Whine, if I'm in their ears, what I'm going to be saying is, hey, the bomb should not be in the hands of the guy with the sniper rifle unless they're the only one in any kind of position to run it. That sniper should be for your team finding out where the status, excuse me, where the Status Who players are and playing them out. Can't have that person wasted running the bomb. I guess they heard me because all 4 dead temporarily for Status Who. Marrero, the last one alive in ring, goes down. Status Who now 3 up. Loud Whine's going to have to complete a slay cycle before they can really get a good arm here. They have 2 players in the basement. I kind of want to see a few more up top because now they're 3 players down in the basement. One of them's Absolute. Whew. They're trading out here. You cannot have 3 players in the basement like that. I will say Marrero, good heads-up play to use the repulse to push that bomb out farther. That's definitely not something that you could do in Halo 2. That failure there to get the bomb arm on the part of Loud Whine kind of just came down to they took a little bit too long. They were also in a pretty awful position having 2-3 players down in the basement. You would wanted somebody up on, say, Status Who's wing, or maybe on the on their tower, so that they could spot out where the other team was spawning and lay shots. Rasta Monkey getting the bomb played out. Good play to remove the bomb out of base, but we have 3 minutes, basically. 3 minutes to go, and Loud Whine is just kind of in the blender right now. They're getting severely outslayed on the basis of Marrero and to a lesser extent Wilshire. Rasta Monkey picking up the sniper rifle for Loud Whine. Let's see what he can do here with this. Let's see how many players he can spot out and take out.
Yeah, it's just, you know, you got to be able to get a play started up. Oh, nice shot on Wilshire. And, you know, being able to make sure you didn't get average with the sniper. And another one.
Takes on Marrero, too.
Yeah, it's Striker unfortunately goes down, but if you can find one of the enemy teammates, you can just kind of isolate them. You know, just try to hold them off. Oh, missing all of his shots and not able to do anything. And I'm sorry, I have it on Windows Capture, so you will see all my friends going down onto the fight for Super Earth on Helldivers 2.
Oh, you know, you got to protect managed democracy.
One way or the other, okay? Probably what I'll be doing right after this.
Here we go. Bomb in the hand of Loud Whine, trying to sneak it in as I'm just casual. But this is not, I would say, the time for sneaky arms. If I'm Status Who, I'm watching my base like a hawk. Because especially as we get closer and closer and closer and closer to the end of regulation time, I don't want to have a sneak arm and have this go to overtime, and especially not with that crash or lag out earlier.
That would not be the case you'd want to have. But it does seem like the resolute defense of Status Who is going to maintain at least for the time being. You got about a minute left. You can just hold for a minute. Then you take it to game 5, and it seems like Moreno just does not. They're like, I will not yield. Like I'm gonna like carry this if I have to with my slays, and it's just like Loud Whine has had nothing, has had absolutely no response. They've gotten into the base about twice, but every single time they've been a little bit too slow and they haven't been able to respond in kind. But Wilshire with the bomb, just holding it as long as they can. The entirety of Loud Whine doesn't know where to go, and he's just gonna jump off the map. That's a good sacrifice right there. Yeah, that was just smart.
That is something else. But here we go. Maybe the bomb can get moved over by Loud Whine now. It's in the hands of, yeah, and I kind of wish it would show that indicator like it does for Capture the Flag. Not sure who it was the hands of, but it was a little bit too far for them to go. It is still in play, the bomb. I believe if you are sitting in the arming circle, it will not end the game. But if you are getting slayed out like this, you're not going to be able to get the bomb anywhere anyway. And you were correct. Where you go? We are going to a game 5.
Oh, I guess no
Who
one
winning
is
1-0.
Right back into game 5 of Series 2, right with the honest lawyer himself.
All right. Immediately swarming striker down at bottom middle. Camo is up and now in the hands of. It got away, but I didn't see it. Did it? Was it Marrero? No, it's Wilshire. It's not Marrero. It's Wilshire.
It's one of those with the "it's" in front of their name.
We will figure that part out. In the meantime, Wilshire pushing out towards long haul, picks up 1 kill, does not get away from the person at sneaky shooting at them. 5-1 in favor of Status Who. Status Who looking to complete their victory here, as we have Loud Whine kind of trapped in long haul. I'm Just Casual has broken out, but definitely on his own right now. See if he can catch opposing council sleeping. And he does. Just very casually letting the guy know that he needs to go back to law school. Go past the bar.
As we start to see, teams sticking together. Early lead for Status Who, but easily could be anything different. Yoey Life desperately just trying to get an assist, trying to get some lives, holding an interesting position with some shots, and Wilshire's trying to ego shoot this right now. Striker goes down as well. How did Apex even survive that? That is insane. 16-4 or 6-14.
And then
I'm
just going to point out something else too. Marrero has yet to die. I say we throw the camera onto him and see.
Yeah.
We'll just see how long it takes.
I'm just trying to make sure he doesn't hog the camera too much, but man, he is holding the line. And he does get the 6 kill finally.
There we
goes
go.
Down though, yeah.
Gaster's curse coming in. He's probably like, bruh, stop. Why keep getting kills? Anyway, on board now with Ross the Monkey, staying alive at Trippy Box, trying to pick up Wilshire at triple stack, but sometimes these kills take a little bit too long. Yes, he picks up Wilshire here, but it's still a 6 kill lead. And where is the rest of Status Who? They're all spawning kind of across map. The fact that he was able to not trade out there is big, but you gotta be careful sometimes with catching these people out. You can very easily find yourself being ganged up on by the rest of the other team when you take too long to finish an engagement.
Certainly. Sorry, the fatigue's starting to get to me just a little bit. A little bit more.
Perfect from Wilshire.
Yep, third. Getting good kills. Yoey getting a little bit. Getting a nice keeping with the teammates, trying not to get too isolated. Everyone's just playing the best they can. early momentum just swung in the favor of Status Who. I think Remix has it right. You know, they needed to, you know, they got really beaten on that strongholds, and they're like, okay, you know, it's time. It's all or nothing right now. We got only about a week or two left until playoffs at max, and you know, we want to play. We want to show them, you know, we deserve to be here. So
Absolutely, they do. 29-20 in favor, once again, of Status Who. Rasta Monkey trying to make a play to this camo, does not succeed. Honest Lawyer staying alive at top glass, helping his teammate fight off the player at long haul. They succeed. Morero takes down Yoey Life. The camouflage, I don't think anybody has grabbed it yet, or at least utilized it. I believe it's still down by its spawn. So I wonder if anybody has been able to make their way there and pick it up.
maybe. I'm starting to lose my voice now.
We might try cycling through and seeing maybe somebody did grab it and we just didn't see it.
Let me double check real quick. If it is, it's gone by this point, so...
Yeah, most likely. Might have just gotten burned, which is kind of unfortunate. Either of these teams would really benefit from having the camouflage. Loud Whine especially, because they could start to break this this train that's being run on them by Status Who. And I'm so sorry for making that kind of reference. But Thinking Prism in the chat pointing out, if Status Who wins this, there will be a 4-way tie for first place in the Contender Mixed League.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Which is that's a fun thing to consider. Yoey Life up at top class as we hit 35 kill mark, pushing through the long haul, and you have 3 players in front of him from Status Who. They try and put some shots, but stay alive would be the more important thing, and he is doing a good job here of staying alive. If I'm Status Who, though, I'm going to do exactly that. Just push him, swarm him. You have a little bit of a buffer you can afford to kind of throw your body at the problem, especially if you're throwing them together.
Certainly is, you know, getting to that 40, you know, point mark. 8 left. Rasta Monkey seems like does not grab the camo just yet. Has to grab it or burn it. Gonna go right behind Morero, gets the not the back smack per se, but gets the hit, and now they're starting to get their engines revving a little bit. You know, backs against the wall. They gotta start moving.
And they are. Picks up another kill with that camouflage. I do also want to point out another funny little stat line that's going on presently. Striker DLT, 0 assists somehow, but 11 kills. So he is contributing in one way or the other. 36-39 though. What used to be a 10-kill lead is now down to 4, as Honest Lawyer picks up another kill. This is going to be, I think, like the Streets game. This is going to go right down to the wire.
I think so as well. That would make the
schedule is most definitely in trouble.
Yeah, now it's just a 2-score game, so, you know, you also, you know, teams recognize they need to stick together, you know, figure it out and get all that stuff all done and coordinated. So, 43-40, get a little bit more. You know, it's just going to matter the individual ability for players to slay, or will they have the moves in between? No audio. No audio? Oh, Case's just saying he plays no audio. No one else has no audio. Okay.
Oh.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope y'all haven't been like watching this entire series without telling me anything. Like what?
Watching the whole series, no audio from the game, no audio from the commentators, and just letting us
just the gameplay itself.
Blissful ignorance.
Yeah, just like, oh, I wonder what they're talking about right now.
I'm just casual though, picking up the camouflage for Loud Whine, dodging around Morero, making sure that he doesn't get revealed, but he gets away, and Morero gets. I'm sorry, that's Wilshire gets taken down. Morero is still alive. I'm just casual trying to get
Morero gets the kill, 3 remaining, and now it's just Rasta Monkey desperate to hold and gets taken down, and that is all she wrote. Status, who coming back, taking the last 2 games of the series, winning the